My name is Mattt Zmuda. I am the chief petitioner for MultNoMo, a citizen-led initiative to consolidate Portland and Multnomah County. And I'd like to start tonight with a quick geography refresher. So here is our great state of Oregon, right? And if we zoom up into that top left quadrant, we have the county of Multnomah. And here, it's a weird oblong shape, right? It's 50 miles wide and 10 to 15 miles tall. It's a very weird place. Here's the map. In addition to having an weird oblong shape, Multnomah County has a totally lopsided population distribution centered around Portland. 4 out of every 5 residents of the county live in our city. And just to understand just how weird that is, let's take a look at the surrounding counties. Counties typically have their biggest city comprising less than 50% of the total population. Multnomah County is a total outlier, more than doubling the proportion of all of the other counties in our region. And that even includes Gresham, which is the 4th largest city in Oregon. I recently learned it's 111,000 people. So even nationally, Portland is unique for having such a large portion of its county. So that's enough about geography, but like, what does the org chart look like, right? Well, cities and counties have traditional roles that they inhabit normally, right? For the most part, I'd say like the city and county fulfill those roles pretty well. Like I have nothing but nice things to say about our library system and our elections division. But take a look at that intersection, right? The things that don't neatly go on one side or another, homelessness or public safety, health and human services. Those things are points of controversy, the things that are, they're the ones that people are upset about. And if we peek under the hood, you might see why this is the case. Now, folks, I must warn you that what you're about to see may disturb you. This is Sharon Myron's map of how things work internally in the county. It's a mess. Just no making sense of that. Surely, if we're subjecting ourselves to this, there must be a good reason. But no, there's actually no good reason for the county to exist the way that it does, because in truth, Multnomah County exists because in 1854, Portlanders didn't want to go on horseback to file paperwork in Hillsborough, which was then the seat of Washington County. And that was a reasonable complaint 170 years ago, but that is not a reason to have 2 governments today. So to recap, Multnomah County doesn't make sense geographically, it doesn't make sense logistically, and it doesn't really make sense historically either. So what can we do about it? I kind of spoiled it with at the top, but consolidation. It's merging the city and county into one single government entity. And you might say that's impossible. And certainly it'll take some time and effort, but dozens of other municipalities around the country have done this historically. And you might know a few of them, like San Francisco, which consolidated in 1856. Philadelphia in 1854. Kansas City, Kansas in 1997. Nashville, Tennessee in 1962. Louisville, Kentucky in 2003. All of these places had the same kinds of problems that they were facing. They saw that their elected representatives were not held accountable. They found in a lot of cases that they were in economic doldrums. In all of these cases, consolidation was something that they came to, and every single consolidated entity in America, none of them have gone back to it. They're all better off for it. And you know who else thought it was a good idea? Oregonians in the 1960s. Because in 1968, Oregon voters approved Measure 5, which amended our state constitution to allow, provided a mechanism for specifically Portland to merge with Multnomah County. So this is the City County Act of 1971, Oregon Revised Statutes 199-715. It's never been used before. There were consolidation efforts. The last one was in 1978. Mayor Goldschmidt initiated that, but this law has never been used. You can find the whole text online on the website, but I'm going to call out a few specific parts. So first, this is narrowly tailored for Portland. Portland is the only city that has ever had over 300,000 residents, and certainly the only one that has more than 50% of the county. Second, we can trigger this law as citizens by collecting enough signatures. So according to the statute, you need 6% of the last gubernatorial vote, which by my count is 21,963 signatures. I filed the true copy of the petition with the county clerk on January 22nd, and that means that if we get this by July 20th, something happens. That something is, oh, actually, here's the thing. I have a few of these in person if y'all want to sign this. This is all the text that the statute provides. Says we undersigned want to consolidate Portland and Multnomah County, and then collect those signatures. If we do get those signatures, what happens is that a 13-member charter commission is formed. They comprise representatives from the state legislature, from the county, from the city, from Gresham, and then the rest of the unincorporated Multnomah County and the smaller cities. They all have a seat at the table to create this new city county charter. And here's the timeline. So I filed the petition, the true copy, back in January. If we're successful in July, the commission forms within 30 days. They have a year to submit a first draft, and then the charter vote would happen by 2028. And the question before Portland voters is, do you adopt this as your new city county charter? To the rest of the cities in the unincorporated parts of Multnomah County is this cool? Are you cool with this? And do you want to join up? I think in most cases, the cities would want to keep their identity, maybe except for Maywood Park, which is just a tiny enclave in Portland. Gresham wants to stay Gresham. I've talked to a few East County mayors that they're pretty happy, like not surrendering their charters and becoming part of Portland. They more just want to have revisit the relationship with the rest of the county. So that's how this would work. So if you're interested in helping, I have a few sheets here. Everybody online, you're welcome to go to the website, MultNoMo.org. You can sign a petition sheet, you can collect signatures yourself, or you can find opportunities to volunteer. I was just at the PSU Farmers Market last weekend. It was a really fun time. Love for anybody else to come and join me. And thank you so much. It's really wonderful to be here. I'm trying to go to every neighborhood association I can. If nothing else, it's an excuse to meet the friendliest folks. This is amazing, and I welcome any questions here online as time permits. Yes.
So the cities get to retain their name.
Their charter, yes.
But then I don't understand how the governance gets merged then.
Yes, so my understanding is that they will continue to have, like the relationship they have with the city and county of Portland will be similar to what they have with Multnomah County, with the one exception that there is an off-ramp. The statute has an automatic provision that they can petition to create their own county or join Hood River or Clackamas County if they so wish. Which, talking to them, I think there's real interest in creating. Yeah.
So the frequently asked questions are online also.
Yes.
And it's interesting that I don't think you mentioned that when people are asking citizens to sign the petition, it's not voting on consolidation, it's saying that this deserves serious study.
Right. So it's a weird bank shot thing, right? So like you can't, it's not just like Michael Scott saying, I declare bankruptcy. Like it's a whole process, like it just triggers this charter commission and they actually create the thing that gets voted on. Like I have no idea what this new charter will be. It's up to those 13 representatives to create something.
So it'd be similar to the Portland restructuring where it was a couple year long process. They had a commission, they had the charter drawn up or whatever, and then it actually got voted on. But in this case, it's not voted on by the people, or it's
the charter that we would adopt will it'll be subject to a majority vote by the city. So it's only approved if the majority of the city and majority of the county overall approve it. So if they give us something that we don't want, we can reject that.
Okay.
And anticipating maybe a follow-up question, we did just go through a city charter, and I'm sensitive to that. I would really like to minimize the number of changes for this. Really just making any affordances to it's more just reforming how the county is structured and just layering that on top of our city charter to the extent possible. And then I think it was up for review in 2030. I would like to use that as the opportunity to revisit that. Just give it enough time.
Just questions about the source of this petition, who is sponsoring it, and what is your personal motivation?
This is a grassroots thing. I got fed up over the summer. I think the breaking point was I was about to take my daughter to the library, and then somebody got attacked outside the library. And the response from the city and the county was to point fingers at each other.
Yes.
Well, we can't keep the library safe with these city streets. It's like, well, we should be able to keep your library safe. I was on Reddit and somebody's like, oh, you know, there's a law that says the Portland needs to see from the county. I'm like, is that true? And they did research, it's not true. It's a law that. And it's just me, it's a grassroots thing. I shared it with, I was at a Friends of Cooch Park meeting, I live pretty close to that in the Northwest. And Alan Clausen, the Northwest Examiner, he grew up in Indiana, which consolidated Indianapolis in the 1970s under a totally different thing, not a home rule state. But it was the Unigov thing. He's just like, it really worked for them. And he wrote up about it, and a bunch of people around the neighborhood reached out, and it's been just from there. Yeah.
So the county, just so I understand, the county is dissolved? Well, it's no mo, right?
No,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
I mean, technically, the city also is dissolved, like, it's creating a new government entity, that everything is transferred into. I don't know, like, I think the analogies start to lose fidelity in this legal construct, like, I'll leave that to lawyers to sort out, but like, I think the framework is just more than, yeah, the city, the county is the city.
Okay, yeah, and then things like, workforce reduction impact and things like that would be part of the commission's report and eventual proposition.
That's a very good call. The law specifically has protections for existing employees, so we can't use this as a mass layoff event, for example.
Okay,
So that's, yeah, the people who wrote this law, I think they thought a lot of things.
okay, and so then the goal is, sorry, I have to raise my hand each time. Just only one more. So then, like, your goal is not streamlining from a financial perspective necessarily, but an operational efficiency one? Am I understanding that?
Yes, I'd say primarily like accountability is number one. You can't have a functioning democracy unless you know who to fire if you don't like how their job performance is. Right now, we're in a situation where the mayor can go, oh, it's the county chair goes, oh, actually, those people don't know I exist.
Sure.
So, but yeah, I think what the example of a lot of consolidated entities, including San Francisco, at the time it consolidated, like people thought, like, can we do that too? And here in Portland, it's like, because San Francisco saved a lot of money having two governments out of one. I think, I can't promise that because I don't know the shape of what will be delivered, but there's a very real chance that we have cost savings long term.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
So you have called it MultNoMo, that means MultNoMo, no more, correct?
That's right.
But that doesn't include Portland, it's just dissolving the county, but doesn't say anything about Portland.
Yeah, I don't know, it's a catchy name that, I don't know, I just gotta go with it, I guess. It started with frustrations primarily with like how the county was operating, but really, I saw this as, I kind of see this as like a systemic, like the way the system is designed, it's the wrong shape.
Yeah.
It's a good name.
I think, so the whole reason that Maywood Park is a city was to block the mountain freeway.
Yes.
And that would happen 50, 60 years ago. That's the whole reason they incorporated as a city, was so they could block it.
Yes.
And the city limits used to stop at 82nd.
Right.
So when I lived in Park Rose growing up, we were not in the city of Portland. Now it's in the city of Portland.
Right.
So it's all the configuration. I mean, there were berry fields at 148. So the whole configuration has changed dramatically. And as a former county employee, I share your frustration with those shared services that they are poorly coordinating. And it was really at its worst during COVID, but it's not improved, and people are not playing nicely in the sandbox.
It's not playing nicely in the sandbox.
Correct.
All right, I don't think we have any other questions,
That's
so
one person.
thank you very much for your presentation.
Thank you for having me.